So, why should a writer live simply? All right, this is always my answer to this question is always controversial. And it always pisses a few people off, especially the women who have been in my life. I don't mean to piss them off, but just the way I approach the writing life is different from some other people, perhaps some of my peers and colleagues. First off is do not buy a home. Homes are extremely expensive. If your home costs $300,000, you can't just turn that into cash in like seconds. It could take months or even years to sell your home, and who knows if you'll even get what you paid for it. Homes are very expensive. You need a roof, you need a furnace, you need this, you need that, you got to mow the lawn, you got to do all the stuff. The time it takes just to keep the house up will most definitely take away from your writing time, no question. A lot of you out there will disagree with that. They'll say, I own a home and I get enough writing done. Good for you. For me, it wouldn't work. If I owned a home, it would be falling apart. So live in an apartment, or apartments, if you're so lucky. Live in an apartment. That way, if the lawn gets mowed, if something breaks down, they have to fix it. It doesn't cost you a dime, and it leaves you plenty of time to work or write. If you own a car, or a Jeep in my case, pay it off as soon as possible, because as writers, our income does this shark tooth thing. Sometimes we're making a ton of money, and other times, we're not making a lot. So pay off your car and or Jeep in my case, like I said, because you don't need the financial burden of a car payment. Also, try not to use credit cards. I keep one credit card for my travels, and I pay on it every month, and that's it. That's all I use it for. Otherwise, I use cash. I got a little cheat sheet here. Here's another good one. Have as few possessions as possible. I know some people out there with who live a normal life in burbs, whatever, gotta have the brand new, brand new car or SUV. They gotta have the boat, the snowmobiles, the motorcycle, whatever, all that stuff that I don't need that stuff. Maybe there was a time in my life I wanted that stuff when I was maybe a young brat, but I don't need that stuff anymore. Could I have that stuff? I could, yeah. I'd go out and buy something. I don't even own a TV. I don't have cable. I have my laptop. And if I want to watch Netflix on that, I could do that. It just makes things simpler, and it keeps you more focused on your work. Here's a real good one. Try not to get married. I know. Don't shoot the messenger, but I've been married twice, and I have 3 kids, and two of them are adults. But in both cases of the marriages, it always came down to the writing is more important to you than us, or me, or whatever, and that's simply not true. You can't. Nothing's more important than anything. But even if you're not writing, then your spouse is going to say I can tell you're not even with us. You're not present with us. You're thinking about working, or you think about the story you have going on, or you're worried about sales, or whatever. So in their defense, writers are often really preoccupied with their work. We spend we've devoted our lives to this. It's like a priestly calling, right? So if you can avoid the rock, I'd say do so. And just, doesn't mean you can't have a great relationship that lasts forever, but in my opinion, avoid the divorces, or avoid the marriages, because they probably If you're like me, they'll end up in divorce. Um, Make sure you travel as much as possible. That's why this pandemic has just devastated a lot of writers creatively. It hasn't done so with me because I've been to enough places I was able to tap into that still. Um, but grab a backpack, travel lightly. All you need is your laptop and a backpack with some clothes in it. You can always do laundry, and go away for a month. Go to Europe. Go go to go to Asia. Go to places that people, normal people, I should say. You know, I'll go back to suburbanites again with a real job. Would never think of going. Um, I'm not talking like the beach. I'm talking like, go to Rwanda. You know, go to Nepal. Go to India and grab a 454 and trek all the way across the country. Do stuff like that. You know, tap into your inner Tony Bourdain. It really improves your writing and it expands your mind, and as Hemingway said, your butt a little bit if you eat a lot. But it just really improves your writing, and it really improves your outlook, your worldly outlook. Invest as much as you can. In my case, I'm a true believer in Bitcoin and things like that. I think that is the blockchain is like the internet of money for the future. But you choose your own investments. Every time you get paid, a little bit's got to go away. It doesn't have to be complicated. Just keep it simple. If you need to, talk to a financial advisor. So those are my ideas for the writing life. Yours might be completely different. You might totally disagree with me, and that's fine. But this is just the way that I operate, and it seems to go fine.